everyone, welcome to my next episode of 5-Minute Fridays. Today we are going to talk about a category of food that I get asked about all the time: nuts and nut butters. This is a misunderstood category for a lot of people because, as with most yummy foods, there is good news and there is bad news. Unless you have a nut allergy, nuts in general are most certainly a healthy food. The issue is that they are calorically dense, so we have to be careful about how we eat them. The issue with nut butters is that they are often loaded with crap and sugar, making them much less nutritious. So I'm going to talk about the healthiest nuts out there and how to keep this yummy snack in control. I'm also going to share with you my absolute favorite nut butters, which, unless you're already a client of mine, you may never have heard of before, so stick around for that. First of all, if you actually start to learn about nuts, it's very confusing because most nuts that we consider nuts aren't nuts at all and are actually seeds and legumes. So please know this is a subject that is complicated, and for the sake of this short video, I'm going to simplify. First, we have tree nuts, which are hard-shelled nuts. Tree nuts include, but are not limited to, almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, chestnuts, hazelnuts, macadamia nuts, pecans, pistachios, and walnuts. When it comes to allergies, tree nut allergies are distinct from a peanut allergy because peanuts are legumes. So a peanut is not really a nut at all, it's a bean. So focus on the pea part of its name instead of the nut part of its name. Individuals with tree nut allergies can typically consume seeds without difficulty, such as sesame, sunflower, and pumpkin seeds. They also usually tolerate pine nuts, which is also a seed even though there is nut in its name. I know it's all very confusing. If you have an allergy issue, please make sure you do your research. If allergies are not an issue, including nuts in your diet has a myriad of health benefits. Nuts are high in fat and low in carbs and a great source of several nutrients, including vitamin E, magnesium, and selenium. The carb content of nuts varies, with some nuts like cashews being higher in carbs than others. But that being said, nuts are generally an excellent food to eat on a low-carb diet. Nuts contain antioxidants known as polyphenols, which protect your cells from damage caused by free radicals. Nuts may also help lower bad LDL cholesterol and triglycerides while boosting levels of good HDL cholesterol. Research also suggests that nuts may reduce inflammation and improve gut health. Lastly, nuts are high in fiber, which keeps you fuller longer. When you eat healthy fats, hormones are released that signal to the brain higher levels of satiety. So if you're on a weight loss journey, this is extremely beneficial. Typically, the top choices for healthy nuts are almonds, Brazil nuts, cashews, hazelnuts, macadamias, pecans, walnuts, pistachio, and Valencia peanuts. Why Valencia? Well, one of the big controversies with peanuts is that they grow in the ground and are exposed to a lot of soil-based fungus. When ingested, this can in turn expose us to some toxins that are no bueno. Valencia peanuts are grown in drier climates that are naturally resistant to this fungus issue I just mentioned. Peanuts are also often shunned by some because, as I mentioned before, they are actually a legume. So if you are a paleo eater, for example, you aren't supposed to eat peanuts. Peanut allergies are the most common of all allergens, and for some it can cause digestive issues. So that's why peanuts are often not at the top of the list of healthy nuts. In general, a few things to be careful of when shopping for any type of nut. Nuts that are pre-seasoned or flavored can be high in added sugar and salt, reducing their health properties. Even nuts that are roasted can be unhealthy because they are roasted in harmful hydrogenated vegetable oils. Opt for unsalted, dry roasted nuts whenever possible. But as we talked about, although nuts have a lot of health properties, they are calorically dense. So let me show you what I do to deal with this issue. I take all my favorite nuts and seeds from my local store. I get them as many as possible unsalted and either raw or dry roasted, and get one with salt. Then I mix them all together in a big Ziploc. By getting one with salt, it spreads just a teeny bit of the salt around so I get a little bit more flavor. Then I keep inside this bag a 1/3 cup scoop. A level third cup, not heaping, of really any combo of nuts and seeds comes out to be about 175 to 200 calories, which is the perfect size snack. I will make a whole bunch of these little baggies and keep them in my purse and other bags, so I always have a go-to option readily available. This may not seem like a lot, but I assure you, if you eat this portion and drink a big glass of water and wait 20 minutes, because that's the amount of time it takes for your brain to register what you've eaten, you will likely feel satisfied. Okay, and now for my favorite part of this episode, nut butters. I love nut butters, but unfortunately a lot of them out there have a ton of crap in them, or they're so plain they have no flavor. A few years ago, I discovered this brand of nut butters at the Montauk Farmers Market. It's called Laurels Butter. Her flavors are amazing and her ingredient list is minimal. Here are a few examples of her flavors: blueberry pancake, vanilla espresso, and the selfie, which basically tastes like cinnamon toast crunch. I don't have a jar of my actual all-time favorite flavor, which is the coconut cashew? Well, because I ate it and there's none left and I haven't got my next order yet. 1 tablespoon of her butters is under 100 calories and only 1 to 2 grams of sugar, and they taste amazing. Sometimes I'll have a scoop just for dessert. Check out her website at laurelsbutter.com, Laurels butter.com. Laurel was nice enough to offer me a coupon code for anyone who orders after having watched this episode. So when you check out, use the code wellness10 for 10% off your order. So again, wellness, like saltwater wellness, wellness10 in the coupon code section of the checkout. I'm telling you, all her flavors are amazing. The coconut cashew butter is ridiculous, and you must try the pumpkin pie. Okay, so I hope this was helpful in giving you a few tips and tricks when it comes to nuts and nut butters. Wishing you a healthy day, and as always, thanks for watching.